Hello and welcome to Panther Sports Zone. I'm Iman Abraham.
And I'm Shaniek Brown.
A few weeks ago, as basketball concluded its final home game of the season, another sport reached its own conclusion. Our own Tanaya Walton has more on the story. Tanaya?
Thanks, Iman. Following February 28th, PV Cheer has wrapped up a year-long season as tryouts to be on that team is just around the corner. Here's more on that story.
Cheerleading is everything. Composed of roughly 23 members, being a part of this team assures an experience unlike any other.
It's a good experience. My freshman and sophomore years were kind of rocky just because of COVID and everything like that. It's also been a little rocky since we transitioned over from athletics, but it's overall been a good experience and bonding with the team, being with the team, getting to know each other, and everything like that.
And for those who continue cheerleading from high school to the collegiate level, they notice an immediate difference.
In high school, there was a bit more leniency opposed to how you could perform and how you should be expected to look. However, when you transition over to college, you have to look a certain type of way, you have to perform a certain type of way, and there is no bare minimum in college. It's full force all the time.
However, it's still an uphill battle for those who participate in the sport, as some feel a lack of respect and recognition from the general population on campus.
In small institutions such as this one, students, faculty, and staff haven't yet understood the importance of cheer. Therefore, when we ask for things and they don't hear us the first time, it takes us a while to actually get traction. So, no, not yet. It doesn't get the recognition, but we're on the way there.
As applicants get prepared for tryouts on April 23rd, Shamaria has a few tips and tricks that should help out potential PV cheerleaders.
I would recommend that everyone get in the gym, stretch, make sure they're going over their tumbling skills, to look on the Instagram page to see the requirements and make sure they have those requirements for tryouts.
For Panther Sports Zone, I'm Tanaya Walton.
Thanks, Tanaya. This Tuesday, the Prairie View A&M softball team fell to Stephen F. Austin 3-0 in non-conference play at Stephen F. Austin softball field Tuesday afternoon. Most of the game proved to be a pitcher's duel, as both teams combined for 10 hits out of 49 at bats. Prairie View's pitcher Haley Elizarrez allowed 1 run and struck out in the second after pitching 3.0 innings. Jericho Rojas allowed 2 runs after pitching 2.0 innings as the Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks took a 3-0 lead. The Lady Panthers couldn't get an offense going, and the Lady Jacks took the game 3-0. The Prairie View A&M softball team will return to conference play when they continue playing Texas Southern in a 3-game series tomorrow, April 2nd, in a doubleheader. First pitch is set for 12 p.m.
After a brief rain delay, the Prairie View A&M baseball team welcomed Wheatley College to Tankers Lee Field on Wednesday afternoon, defeating the Wildcats 14-3. The Panthers drew blood in the bottom of the third, taking a 1-0 lead. Jaden Williams singled on a bunt, and Trey Turner singled to second base, placing runners in scoring position. Benjamin Ibarra grounded out to the shortstop to score Williams. Wheatley responded in the top of the fourth with 2 runs to take a 2-1 lead. In the bottom half of their innings, the Panther offense picked up where it left off as Dominic Cox opened the inning with a free base. Mason Highskill lined a single to center, placing runners on each corner. Blake Redmond was also walked, loading the bases for Williams, who was also walked. Scoring Cox tie knot the game at 2-2. With 1 out, Turner doubled to the shortstop to score both runners and increase the tally to 4-2. PV scored 4 more runs in the inning to close with the frame with an 8-2 score. Wheatley scored once more in the 5th inning as the Panthers poured it on in the 9th and final inning with a final score of 14-3. Up next, the Panthers will get back to conference action when they continue their 3-game series against UAPB on tomorrow, April 2nd.
Well, when we come back, we'll talk about weekly honors for baseball and softball and a special upcoming event in the SWAC. Don't go anywhere after the break.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
What do an aerospace engineer, cancer immunologist, and bat scientist all have in common? We all have cool jobs in STEM fields. Whether it's building robots or learning to code, girls everywhere are finding their passion for science, technology, engineering, and math through positive role models and mentors. So dare to dive in, get connected, and explore. You never know what your future may hold. Learn more about these and even more cool jobs at shecanstem.com.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Zone. The Southwestern Athletic Conference has tapped Alabama A&M's Jared Tribbett and Jose Figueroa for SWAC Baseball Weekly Honors. Tribbett went 1 for 3 and added a run to help secure an 8-5 victory for the Bulldogs last Friday. He went 2 for 5 and delivered a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs in Game 2 of the series. Tribbett would save his best for last as he went 3 for 5 with a home run and 7 RBIs to lead AAMU to a 15-9 win over GSU. To close out the 3-game series, Figueroa threw 7 innings, only allowing 1 earned run while striking out 7 batters to help the Bulldogs defeat Jackson State 8-3 on Friday in the first inning of the 3-game series.
For softball honors, Texas Southern Tamira McKnight and Jasmine Gendorf claimed the SWAC hitter and pitcher of the week. McKnight batted .600 in 4 games with 6 hits, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs, and 13 total bases. She also boasted a 1.300 slugging average and a .692 on base average. Gendorf went 2-0 in 3 appearances with 8 strikeouts and a 1.17 earned runs average ERA. This past week, she struck out 5 batters with only 1 run earned during the series finale against Southern. Gendorf also allowed no runs with 2 strikeouts in a midweek performance at Incarnate Ward.
The 2022 SWAC Bowling Tournament champs, Alabama State, head to Lansing, Michigan for regional play in the 2022 NCAA Women's Bowling National Tournament. The Hornets, who finished the season with a 92-47 overall record, earned an automatic bid to the tournament by virtue of winning the Southwestern Athletic Conference Championship and will face number 3 national seed Vanderbilt in the opening round of the regional. The Commodores, the Southland Bowling League champions, joined 2 other members from their conference, Arkansas State and Youngstown State, who face off against one another in the opening round. Tournament play starts next Friday, April 8th at 9 a.m.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference Alumni Association has announced its slate of individuals who will be honored during its Legends Award and Roast on Saturday, May 28, 2022, in conjunction with the SWAC Baseball Tournament. The event will be held at 7 p.m. at Doubletree by Hilton Birmingham Perimeter Park. The SWAC Alumni Association, founded in 1999, is an independent organization that operates separately from the league office. Its aim is to support SWAC events, promote the conference athletics heritage, and preserve its legacy of competitive excellence. This year, 4 individuals are slated to receive Lifetime Achievement Awards, including former Jackson State University baseball coach and athletic director Robert Brady, current SWAC Commissioner Charles McClendon, and also excelled as who also excelled as athletics director at Prairie View A&M University and Texas Southern University. Former SWAC women's basketball official Brenda Lawrence Pree and the late Audrey Ford, who served as head volleyball coach at Texas Southern University. Tickets for the Legends Awards and Roast are currently on sale for $75 each or $600 for a table of 8. Proceeds from the event will go to the SWAC Alumni Association Degree Completion Scholarship, which provides financial support to student athletes in the conference whose eligibility has expired and are within 30 hours of graduating. For more information, you can go online to www.swac.org.
Coming up next, we bring on one of the members from men's basketball club, Bryan Wheatley. Stay tuned after the break.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get
What do an aerospace engineer, cancer immunologist, and bat scientist all have in common? We all have cool jobs in STEM fields. Whether it's building robots or learning to code, girls everywhere are finding their passion for science, technology, engineering, and math through positive role models and mentors. So dare to dive in, get connected, and explore. You never know what your future may hold. Learn more about these and even more cool jobs at shecanstem.com.
And welcome back to Panther Sports Zone. Joining us here today, we have Bryan Wheatley. How are you today?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Hi,
Good,
welcome.
good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just ask you, about what you do in club basketball. So, how was it like to be able to have the team back after not having one in 2019?
It's really like a surreal feeling because it's been gone for like 2 whole years. So to like really bring it back and make sure like we're doing things the right way, not being unorganized, real disciplined, and just to have a successful season means the world to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. And for those who don't know, he is a part of our intramural club basketball team here. And like you said, they haven't had any sport for club basketball since, 2019. So that is really amazing, though.
Yeah. So how did you get involved in intramural sports?
Well, my freshman year, I was on the team. I think I was one of 3 freshmen on our team. And like after COVID, when COVID happened, the team kind of like went away. And like I went to my advisor that's over our team now and asked her like, how could I bring the team back as far as like taking the proper steps. So I established the e-board, got us established on Paullink, and then just got us up and running. We had an interest meeting and a tryout in January within a week.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow. So you really brought it back for everybody.
basically,
That's awesome.
And I also helped our women's team get started too, as far as like drafting their constitution and giving them the same steps I was given to bring everything back.
And what made you want to do that?
I mean, I love the sport, and I feel like it's a lot of people on this campus that have that talent but don't get the proper looks. So creating that avenue for people is like, I don't know, like it feels good to do that for people, because I know everybody doesn't get the chance to play at another level like this.
No, that's very
Okay.
understandable.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. What brought you to basketball?
I've been playing since I was 7, and I got into the sport because of my cousin. He was doing like AAU and stuff like that. So traveling with him, seeing how he did it, how he had fun with his teammates, that got me into it. I also played in high school, Then when I got here, like my main goal, it started out trying to get on the actual team for PV, but you know, I took a different route.
Okay.
And so your guys' team finished with a spotless record of 6-0. How does that feel, and what is the next step for your guys' team?
It feels great, not gonna lie, because every practice we go hard, and like when I started the season, I had a goal like to be number 1 in our division, but you know, I didn't think that it would get like this big, but I'm not surprised by it because we do put in the work and we put in the hours. The next steps is really to go and bring home the title for this area this Sunday at Texas Southern. We have 2 games, a semifinal and then a championship game, and then hopefully we'll be in Kansas next week to play for a national title.
That'd be amazing. So everybody watching, make sure to tune in and support your guys' game at TFCU, because that's local, so we can definitely go out and support.
Most definitely.
So what type of offense would you say that your team has? Like, what really drives the team as far as offense goes?
Our offense is really free flowing. Like anybody could get going at one time. Every game we've had, like it hasn't just been like one person just taking over. So I think that's what separates us from most teams that we've played. Like we play together, we don't play through one person. If we do get in the jam, we got offense that we can run, but for the most part, like it's just, I wouldn't say it's on the fly, but it's more so next man up.
Right. Hey, that's good. That's good.
That's awesome that you guys have it. So would you say you guys have a good team chemistry?
Yeah, so when I picked the team, me and my e-board, when we held tryouts, the main emphasis on picking a team was getting people that like, they have like that mindset like it's not just all about me. Like they are willing to buy in that if we all do what we supposed to together, then we could do anything. So it's no egos on the team, no hidden agendas. Everybody is after the same thing every time we step on the floor.
That's good.
Team players.
Yeah, and that's important because, you know, you can get on a team and you got the ball hoggers, you got the ones that want to shoot every time, you got the ones that, you know, so.
Don't pass it.
Don't pass it. I used to actually play a little bit of basketball back in my day.
Okay. Some.
Nah, but I played point guard, and I know, you know, as a point guard, I had to be sure to read the whole court. You know, I couldn't only focus on the shooter because you know, sometimes points just want to pass it to that main shooter and don't, you know, utilize the entire team. So that's important. So with that being said, you know, how much of support system is the women's basketball club, the women's basketball club team for your team and vice versa? So how well do you guys support each other when it comes to playing club ball?
Well, anything they have like on this campus, I make sure my whole team is there. When I started this back up, I really like preached and emphasized unity, not only between like both basketball teams, but all the club and intramural teams on campus. I feel like we don't get as much recognition just because we're based out of the rec, and you know, we don't got those Adidas logos on our chest. So, you know, we got to do things, I guess, a little bit more rough than most people would. So anything I could do to help anybody, like I make sure I put emphasis on that. So, and it's vice versa, like it's not one-sided. So if we have a game, I see people from like the club volleyball teams, the dance teams, they're at our games. For the women's, they've been putting on a concession stand, I think, the whole week for things that's been going on in the rec, and we've been there to support every step of the way.
Yeah, and so that actually leads me to my next question about, you know, on average, how many people show up to these rec support games? Because, you know, I know you say, like, since you're based out of the rec, people don't really take them seriously, or like, oh, they're just a club sport. So how many people show up?
So I think for the men's and women's game, our first game was played here. So we had a good turnout. Like, I think we packed out the rec. Like, I didn't really see open seating in those stands. And then every game after that, I think we had two more home games that was in a row. And what we do a good job of like promoting and like pubbing it so everybody could see and know what's going on in the rec. And it's been a good turnout every time. Like, I'm really loving the support from the student body. Like, it's really appreciated.
That's great. So when you have everybody there and you have a full gym, do you feel more happy, more relaxed, or do you feel more pressured to perform with everybody watching? For
me personally, it's no pressure when everybody is watching. Like, I'd rather have like those bright lights on me in that moment, because I feel like it's gonna make me like go harder.
I feel that too. I feel like I'm ready to show out. Like
every time.
when everybody's watching.
Every time.
Like let me show them what I can do.
Yeah, it has that adrenaline.
Yeah.
So, in addition to being president of men's basketball team, you're also part of CAB, and you're part of PVU Radio, and so is it Psi Chi or Psi Chi?
Oh, Psi Chi.
Psi Chi. Okay, y'all, I'm not good on the Greek letters. Honor Society. So, what do you credit to being able to do all of those things?
Really the people around me, and then like I gotta pat myself on the back a little bit, because like I've always wanted to be active on campus and do as much as I can, like just to get my name out there. But with doing that, I have to make sure like I uphold like a positive image. So everything I do, everything I'm involved in, like I just try to bring that type of energy to it. That way those around me can have that same energy. Because, you know, it can be hard and challenging at times, you know, when you're going through those, trying to put on events, they may not get the turnout you want, and people can get defeated by that. Yeah. So I always got to keep people's heads up.
Yep, that's true. It's not easy being a student athlete along with being a part of so many organizations. You know, we can attest to that.
For sure.
Being in the studio, also you're being a golf athlete.
It's a lot to juggle, but I feel like when it's your passion and something you genuinely care about, you make time for it. Like you're always gonna make time for the things that you really want to do in life.
Yep, that's true.
But just based on that, and obviously you care a lot about basketball and everything because you're the president of the club, and on top of that, you guys have done so well in your last 6 games that you guys were averaging 29.5 points above average in all other competition. How does that make you feel getting ready for the future?
Well, the main question surrounding us was what were we going to do once we came back? And even like with my advisor over the team, she was asking like, well, how do y'all stack up against the competition? Because we're undersized, that's for one. Mm-hmm. I think the tallest person on our team is probably like 6'6", max.
Oh, wow.
So we don't have like a true big man. So to go out there with teams that's fairly been taller than us and we still come out winning games by 30 or more, like it's not really phasing us who we face because we know what we're capable of. We know what we can do. So as long as we stick to that formula, I don't see us losing no time soon. And I feel like where the club is now, we may be up there with the actual team that plays in that Baby Dome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like he said, they do not plan on losing anytime soon, okay? So, you know, be sure to support our intramural sports and our rec sports. He really, you know, took the initiative, so we all want to be able to honor that, right?
Of course. And on top of that, like because you're starting this program, it's just coming back up and running, what about people that want to join? How could they if they wanted to?
So in the fall, we're going to go through the same process that we did this spring. It'll be another interest meeting so people like know the ins and outs of what club basketball is, as far as like league fees, jersey fees, all of that, how the season will play out, how the end of the season will play out. Then we'll set up a tryout. I think this year we did like a tryout where we had like 3 designated times where everybody could come and try out. That way everybody got seen equally. Hopefully we can split it in 3 days. And my personal plan is to have not 1 but 2 teams going in the fall. That way it's more opportunities for more students to get, you know, to do the same things we're doing right now. So hopefully that plan will be put into action in the fall.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that you're trying to include as many people as possible in your in club basketball.
Well, that'll be all for today's episode of Panther Sports Zone. Make sure to tune in with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:30, and you will for Panther Sports news and information around the SWAC. Once again, I'm Shaniek Brown.
And I'm Iman Abraham, signing out.